I think I think my hair right now is symbolic of what kind of day I'm having. You know, it's no, I don't even have any words. But I will say, like, I do feel like accomplished, and I've gotten things done. I think it's like I'm in this state of want, and I think I need to just chill on that. Because honestly, like, as far as like work is concerned, I'm not even sure what I want. I think I know what I want, and I think working towards it, I think I've just gotten to this point in the day. It's like a little past midday, been up for a while, got little things accomplished, and now it's time to like try to work on some things that are more in line with what I feel is like the mission. Like, and I have a specific project in mind, and honestly, like, it's very like frustrating because, sorry, I, that's like a big part of things. I really can't do it with this hand because all that gets caught in my hair, like, and then I'm all frustrated because of whatever, and I wind up tearing my hair out, like, and just having a tantrum. So I'm learning, just to be cool, with some things, like learning when I'm gonna have a tantrum, and I'm really thankful for that progress. Definitely has not been like a solo mission. I will say that for sure. But yeah, so now I'm getting started with the second half of the day, and I even had it in mind that I was going to like carry my camera with me and have one of those cool, like, come along with me kind of days. And I didn't have one of those days. It just didn't work out that way. Another thing is that, I gotta feel good about myself, right? When you're going through these things where you're working towards a goal and you get a little like mentally fatigued, I think I've learned that you gotta keep your self-esteem high. And as we know, mine can drop quite low sometimes. So I started filming on this other camera, and it's the most uncute lens ever. I can see why whoever was selling it on eBay decided to like get rid of it. I just don't like the way that I look. Excuse me. And so I had in mind that I was gonna like go on the road and have all these like cool film shots, and just, because I really enjoy that in videos that I watch. I enjoy stories and people's lives and simple things, but it just looks good when it's delivered in content. But I wanted to make something like that. But here I am back in my same format. Maybe, I don't know, I'm not going to say anything because like I have all these like ambitious ideas, and I get to uploading or whatever, and I'm just like, man, let me just like hit a couple buttons. Like, that thing is up. Like, I'm struggling. I need to go chill. Like, I need to be right back here in this area, snoozing, big snooze. But if I snooze out, that's all good. But I want to like make this fresh ass project. And like I was saying before, like it's just really challenging. So it's like this art shit that's just like, you know, do some stuff that you're absolutely the weakest at and make it like the best thing that you've ever done. Woo! And it's like, what? And now I'm like, I think I just need to eat. I get this way. Everything makes me mad or frustrated or sad or whatever. And I just probably need to eat. I don't know. What is it like? I don't think I'm diabetic, but sometimes like the feels, I guess it's blood sugar. I don't know. I don't think I'm addicted to sugar. I don't eat or drink too much, I don't think, you know, but I guess I do get kind of like spiky, you know. If I haven't eaten a couple hours, it's like hanger for real. And I have to like check myself because like I want to keep working, and then I get to this point where I just don't feel like cooking. I don't feel like eating if I haven't cooked, and there's nothing that I really want to eat, and it goes south fast. So I have my feet propped up on my desk, so if thing is like jumping around, it's because I'm down here like just trying to get my feet propped up and get comfortable. So, and here I am getting my hair caught in my watch. So, I don't know. But what I have been working on, besides like, I guess job related things, is, you know, just, I guess, refining what I have as an artist, you know, to be more streamlined. And I think that was like an accomplishment, you know. Sometimes every day I'm looking for that big accomplishment, like that big yeah or that big return, you know. This past weekend I thought I was going to get commissioned for a pretty unique job, but it started turning out to be a little, I don't know if it's fishy, I don't know if it's like janky, but it worked out for the best because, you know, I was gonna be working on Sunday, and on Saturday the people were like, we need it to be a rush job, but it was a job that would have taken 2 weeks, you know, and it had animation, and I'm not like an animator by far. I barely know how to animate. Like you may have seen a bouncing ball, I could have come up with something because, you know, they gave me an example, and it was like some user interface stuff, some corporate stuff, but it was like a cool flat style animation, you know. So, but I was like, in one day, and then they were like, you know, we'll call you between 2 and 3. They gave me 2 options, in the morning or in the afternoon, but they never called me, so it worked out well, and I never contacted them, because it's like I'm starting to gauge like clients, you know. And part of what I was streaming today was kind of to take me further away from like the freelance scene. Freelance is okay. I'm not sure if working for or with a company would be like any better, but one thing about freelance is like this negotiation type thing, you know, like negotiating another, you know, example, negotiating rates. When it's cut and dry, when you have that kind of client, it's a very cool thing, especially when it's just cut and dry hourly. Sometimes it's a flat rate, but cats want to see 1,000 examples, and that's cool, But please don't drop my hourly down to some $1.50 an hour, because I like doing charity work and I like doing art, but having my time absorbed into a low paying client, you know, when I don't know, sometimes that's just not the best. Sometimes I just don't care, you know. But it just depends on my other time constraints, really. Otherwise, you know, art is fun. But sometimes, you know, you get these demanding clients who want to talk on the phone and revise things and change this, and, you know, and that's all cool and everything. But I kind of am wanting to experience like a different part of graphic design, you know, and by that I mean I want to go towards illustration and away from like the corporate scene, you know. Like, corporate is cool, but I'm beginning to really like feel the game design scene. Like, I've just designed a couple things for a couple board games, and you know, I'm not like some game designing wizard, you know, like, oh, did you see that new board game by JT? You know, like, I'm not like there. But after doing like two, I feel like, well, maybe this could be a specialization, you know. Maybe board games are where it's at. It kind of suits my style. I'd like to illustrate books, like illustration like that, you know. That seems to be a very like feasible thing, or that just seems to be something that could fit me. So I'm starting to I've taken the initial steps of going down that path, and it seems to be cool. And then I'm continuing on that project that makes me nervous. So I'm just gonna try, and you know, I'll tell you what, it's like a comic design, and it's just like, I guess because I'm just learning how to do it. Like, how do you get things to have that much detail and it's that small, you know? And then it's kind of like, okay, I want to design these examples this way in this format, but then do I redo everything, or just do I do it this one way here? And then we won't even get into camera angles and all that kind of stuff, and it's just tweaking my mind, man. And I don't want to look at other people's work and other comics. Like, I saw this one page or an account on Instagram, and it was like the best scenes in comics, like for the past like X amount of years. And it was really tempting, you know, because, okay, like, here this pages that just popped up, and it's like a comprehensive mini library of some of the best scenes in comics from around the world. And I was like, nope, can't look at that, you know, because it just seems like I might, you know, copy what they're doing, and I don't want to do that. So it's like pioneering, man, like going down this path. And you know, when you just want to create something that's like awesome, I just want to go back to what I was doing, but what I was doing wasn't satisfying. You know, it was, but I don't know, I think it's because I've had this idea. This isn't my first rodeo trying to write a story, like an illustrated story of some sort, you know. This is definitely not my first time. So now I'm thinking about the writing aspect, and it's like, I have the story, I have the characters, and then you get into this drawing the same characters to look the same over and over, and that's challenging to me. Drawing faces in a unique way. I don't want to look like, you know, some anime characters. I don't want to copy that style, you know, and like at all. And the way that I'm doing it is like looking too realistic. Not too realistic, like, oh, that's just so good. But it's just not working for like the size, and it's not giving the feel that I want. So I'm not trying to intentionally avoid a particular style, but I will say that in a lot of ways, that style and renditions of it just work really well for that format. And I think that's also my opinion. So, and then I'm going into like a different genre, creating my own style. So I'm coming from like, you know what I'm saying, like the ground up. And it's just like, and I've tried some things, and you look, and when you see that your work looks like crap and it's like fugly, it's like, oh, I don't want to look at that anymore. I don't want to try. What? You know what? And you do it again, and it's just like, you shield your eyes. Sometimes you can look at your work in your notebook or canvas or whatever, and you're like, oh, that's pretty cool. I can deal with that. Then you look at some stuff and you're like, that's fucking ugly. and it's just like, and then it's like, you gotta produce. You gotta figure all this other stuff out. You just couldn't even get the basic sketches halfway right. Guess what? You have like 100 more things that are gonna feel just like that. Not very inspiring. The end result is very inspiring, but this part of the work is not fun. And I've put it down. I've been working on getting over this inertia for like 2 weeks now, and I haven't really gotten anywhere. I have like a name of, the project or the title of it, and I have ideas that are starting to trickle into my mind. But fundamentally, like, I haven't gotten anywhere. So then you have that feeling of you haven't made any progress. What you made was fugly. You haven't made any progress. You haven't even gotten to the hard part. It's like, what? What am I doing? And then you just kind of get paralyzed. Not literally, but figuratively speaking. You get mentally like stunned, and it's a form of paralyzation, like, let me just go work on something else. Let me get caught up on this homework. Let me, go apply to these jobs. And then it's kind of like, it's still staring at you. It's like, I'm looking at you, and it's just like, it's like over there, and you're kind of like, and then you pull one of those, but it's still there, and so that's my artist angst rant for the day. It's definitely not going anywhere. It does feel pretty good to speak about it. I will say that. Get it on out. And I will say that I've had a couple accomplishments digitally. Just little things, assignments for class and stuff. I'm in a class that's just, it's still helping me in a lot of ways, but it's a relatively beginner class. And I'm just feeling myself being able to like relax, and be cool. Like, I'm not tripping about, oh, I gotta learn. I could skip all the material and still make it out with a passing grade. Let's just put it like that. But I am trying, because there's a lot to learn, and I just this ease is putting me into this aha moment, like a lot. And not just with that, with life, because like in life, it's the same as when I'm in this hard class. It's like when I'm tripping, everything is just like, oh. But when I'm kind of like, man, it's gonna be cool, everything is kind of like, it's cool. So I'm kind of experiencing that in life too. So just trying to keep that energy up. And so far so good. So with that, I am like 20 minutes in. Do I look tired? Do I look tired? I think I am looking tired. That could just be fat face. But I am tired. Like I think it's just because I walked a lot in the sun today and I didn't really redo my makeup. So what you see is how I look. But I don't know. I don't think I should be tired. I've been getting enough sleep, in my opinion. So with that, I'm going to go, and maybe I'll check back in later for like around 2. I don't know. I'm trying to do these different formats of style. So let's see what happens. So I'll talk to you later. Bye.